Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing a mini album using a card kit collection. So Woodland and Grove, Maggie Holmes. I don't know if it's her most recent. I'm falling behind on Maggie Holmes. She hasn't been making as many collections as she used to. But this was a card kit, and this was what comes in it to make these cards. So you have the bases that you have, and makes 20 cards. And it comes with all the embellishments. So here are all the cards. It comes with like stickers and like washi tape pieces. These are all the stickers. And then a bag's worth of die cuts. I just pulled one out just to start playing with it. It comes with all of your pop dots, which mine kind of got mangled in the box, but I salvaged all of it. So you have the dimensional tape. And then you have, I believe it's 4 of each pattern. Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. And then all the accommodating envelopes. So yes, you could use it as cards and have them prepped, ready to go for, it says thank you, happy birthday, thinking of you, you are the absolute best, and then love you. So yes, make them and have them ready to send out when you need one. But I am going to take these contents, so it shows you everything too in the back, just so you're aware. So these are available on a Cherry on Top. I actually picked up this one, and I believe also the set sale collection, but I do know that these are also at Joann's. So either place is available for you. But we're going to turn it into a mini album. So when you get the cards, they are actually double-sided, which is awesome. And all I did was fold them inside out. And I took one of every pattern right now so far. That's all I've done, is take one of every pattern, because we are going to adhere them, the white side to white side. And it's going to create, in essence, this little mini album that you can use to gift someone or give as, I was saying, a gift. And we're going to figure out a way to get some pattern paper on it to have it like binded together, because otherwise that will be exposed, which is also a fine look too. It almost looks like that Coptic binding, but we're going to find pattern paper. Hopefully, I think I have some of the Woodland Groves collection in my stash so that we can get one piece that'll fit all the way around, and then be able to make a mini album. What I was also going to do was actually use these examples as my sides on one side, and then the other side will have picture and journaling. So once again, I just have not selected photos yet, but maybe I'll just use photo markers, and that way, you know, like with white cardstock, and that way I can come back to it. But we'll have a ready to go little 4x6 mini album made with the cards from a card kit. Just an alternate way to think about using your supplies, especially if you have some of these lying around, which I know I always have stationery. So sometimes too with stationery, the back would be blank already. So then you would have to just, you know, still inside it out and then adhered it, but at least you had a white side ready for even the photo or your journaling. And that way it could be taken with you and added to it. So say like you do like traveling or something, that could work too. So I don't need the cards and the stuff anymore. I do need some of the pop dots that they have. And like I said, I'm just going to use these examples right here to decorate one side, and then the other side will have a photo and or journaling, okay? So that way I'm not reinventing the wheel too much. I will leave this out. And I wonder if I should make the book though first and then add all the stuff. And you know what though? Actually, I probably won't use the pop dots, so that I don't add the bulk in the center, because otherwise it'll definitely, you know, stay standing like that. So something to consider, because if you have all the dimensional stuff, it won't close really well. So I might just keep it all as flat as possible. So let's get started with decorating it just like this. Yes, it is definitely a good idea to keep this project flat. However, if it's a look that you want and you want to add dimension, go for it. This is just creative anyway, so create in the way you want to create. So I did not reinvent the wheel for much of this. For some of these washi tapes, I think I do back it with some just white copy paper in order not to reinvent the wheel, but not to have it like be see-through, especially like on this one. It was pink with the black and white image behind it, and I just put it on white copy paper so that it was a little bit more opaque instead. So this part, it was funny. Like, you had the examples, but for me, I literally, since it didn't really indicate if it was like a sticker or a die cut or whatever, I constantly had to flip through the stickers and flip through the die cuts to find the element, because I was I was a little lost. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, is that a sticker? Is that a die cut? I don't know what they're looking at, but we'll just make it work, right? So definitely follow the little images, and by all means, I only followed it just so that some of my creative process was kind of done for me. You did not have to follow their suggestions at all, and kind of cluster and layer as you see fit. I highly encourage that as well. But like I said, for me and this project that I wanted to do for the Cherry on Top blog, I wanted to get it done, and just copying their examples took a little bit of the decision brain effort away, which was helpful in this situation. So I went ahead and did all 5 of the cards, decorated them, and then we will be ready for the next step. When I was looking at them too, I was in my head thinking about like what photos I would want to put on this, and so I do have a few that you'll see me shortly use in some of the film. Use prints from my Persnickety box. The Persnickety box, if you are unaware, it's a 4x4 box of 30 prints that you do a subscription for $20. Well, it's like $19.99 a month, and they're archival prints, so meaning they won't yellow, they won't stain, they are waterproof, they will last forever. I've been doing the subscription for almost a year now because I do love the photo quality. So I get the box, and I'm able to just, drag from my photo camera roll on my phone in the app, and then I get them, a couple days later. So some of these photos that I will use are from the 4x4 Persnickety box, and then I think 2 others that I will use I just printed as a 2 photo collage on a 4x6 print at home. I do that as well. I don't, obviously at home it's not archival. I just use my Epson PictureMate 400 at home. But if you have the ability and you think having archival photos is important, by all means give Persnickety a try. I do have it usually linked down below. And if you are watching this in the month, is it April or May? I can't remember. They gave me a coupon code to get your first box for free, and it was called Trials, all lowercase, so TRIALS. It was an email sent out to me because I do tend to share about it because I do like the product, and I do spend my own money on said product for it. So in the video, in the footage, I am still just decorating all of them. Some of them I noticed needed a little bit of a backing pattern paper, and I don't have the complete Woodland Grove collection, so I just used other paper scraps that were similar in my stash to make it work. But overall, the examples on the box itself is what you shall see for me. So then, like I said, we are attaching the white on white sides together, and obviously attach it in the order that you want. And I had pulled a bunch of these pattern papers, so I was auditioning them out right there. In the end, I did pick actually a Maggie Holmes paper anyway. That this one was from the Parasol collection. I do believe this was one that was available also at Joann's. So this pink plaid worked for me, I thought, just the best. And I had marked it. I didn't really measure it. You just mark it, make sure I cut it right where I needed to. And I'm using my scoreboard to make the bends in the paper, and making sure that I varnish them down. And then I gave it like a 1/2 inch opening so that it had a spine, and it just wasn't kind of like tautly taped around it. That process worked out the best, I found, in order for it not to act weird. Sometimes I've done covers where then, like, it bends and pulls in a weird way. So I definitely adhered it one side at a time, made sure that that spine was right alongside the card's edges. I do believe I added adhesive there as well. That way, whenever you did open up, it pinched it. Also, as you see right now, if you want a closure, like a ribbon, like I did, I thankfully remembered, like, do I want to have it closed? You have to put the ribbon in, sandwiched in between this layer right here. So keep it in mind. If you go ahead and just tape it on without the ribbon in between it, I don't know how you can go back and add it. I'm sure there's a way, but if you want ribbon, this is your moment to definitely remember to add the ribbon in between the cover, like I'm doing right now. I'm just cutting it, and the stationery cards. Sorry. And that way it is in between it, and it won't be um, having to go back and do it. And there, it was like a little thin ribbon. I think I got that ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and
far
it
this
worked
is what we
out.
have. We have all of the cards. I've covered it with that cardstock. I've added some ribbon for the closure, and it's looking darling. So now I'm just trying to select some photos. I'm going to go through my camera roll and see where I can add for each little area. I don't know if it's going to be a theme per se, you know, like if it's going to be just like all, you know, they're not going to be like all of birthday photos or something like that, because I don't think I have enough. But maybe like if I do Easter, that could be something. But there's like the little bow for the side. And why I wanted to come on here too is, so I did those 5 cards, right? And it comes with 20. So I have 15 left over. And I must say, these are just the embellishments that came with it. And this is what's left after doing this, that there really isn't enough product to do like these 5 designs repeated. You know, like they didn't give you 5 of the cheetahs and 5 of the zebra and 5 of these, you know, floral clusters. So I'm a little confused because all that I have left is enough to make it maybe like 1 more set, but then the other 2 sets will be without without embellishment, which is also fine because then they're just very, you know, basic cards to write any sort of note on it. But I mean, I have a little bit more of the stickers, but I'm probably going to use all the stickers when I get the photos for the opposite side. So really cute concept. I just don't think that they come with enough of the embellishments to decorate each and every one of the 20 cards that are in the kit, which is a little disappointing as far as I'm concerned. And then did you see when I was selecting like the papers that I had at Maggie Holmes, I pulled out a few from my stash. And this one, guys, this is Amy Tangerine, and this has been in my stash since 2015. Like I saw it and I was like, oh, that's Amy. I know her handwriting, you know. And 2015, this paper is 9 years old. So I am definitely just going to cut it apart right now and use it in my next Project Life spread so that I get it used in my album, because that's a little embarrassing. I wonder what the oldest piece of paper in my stash is. I don't know, but I definitely just have this one, 2015, the Finders Keepers, Amy Tangerine. I am using this in an upcoming Project Life spread.
Okay, so this is where I started to add in the photos. So I do add in all the ones from the Persnickety box that I had mentioned earlier in the video. And on my hand, you just saw me kind of slather on all of like the label stickers that I wanted to use and that I wanted per photo. That way I had a little bit of an area to journal where and what the, you know, photos were about. I'm using a gray ink gel, Jelly Roll from the Jelly Roll pens. These are the ones I usually get at Michael's. They are famous around, you know, the community, but they work out great because I like having gray ink occasionally instead of black. Now it's time to decorate the cover. So I did find which one is this one? If I can read it. It might be Bloom. It's just an older Maggie Holmes collection. These are the cardstock stickers that I have in my stash. So anything Maggie Holmes that I had in my stash, I brought over to kind of decorate the title. The word Bloom actually came from a chipboard set, you know, the 12 by 12 chipboards. I still have a few of these too in my collection. So they are half gold and half pink. So I definitely liked that as the title. And then layering, of course, some famous roses / flowers from Maggie Holmes. I did a cluster of like the bunting banners in that upper left corner, a little butterfly, and then I add in a little tiny word phrase sticker as well. And it's just a sweet, soft cover. Definitely love the way it turned out.
Okay, folks, I will leave it as so right now. I think I have 2 more pictures to put in here, but you understand the rest of the project. So I pulled out old stuff from Maggie Holmes. How adorable is that? I don't know if what I have, like, you know, these old cardstock stickers, create paper, are available anymore, but definitely the card kit and such will be linked down below at a cherry on top. These things are still drying. I'm glad that the bloom fit across there, horizontal or vertically rather than going on the, no, fitting horizontal rather than going up the vertical, because I was finding it hard to place other stickers because if you want it orientation like this or like this, and back and forth I went. I love that I have a bow closure and telling a few stories here. Just oh so cute. And you know what, this is something that I know once Valentina sees, she'll walk around with this forever and like have it in her book bag to show photos. I do want to put a photo of Zoe, my former dachshund that passed away, here, so I do have it ready to go on a print
And then for this one, we just had Maui's birthday. So 2 more dog photos. So it almost became like a doggy album. Talking about photo day for Valentina and then her first day of school there. So let me come up closer so you can see all those. So there we are with those. That one, the happy birthday. This one's really cute. And I kept the bulk down on that. And then it's just a simple little cute book, you guys. Definitely will keep this in mind with any other like stationery set I ever have to make a quick little mini album. Could be really sweet. Think of it too for like a Mother's Day gift, Father's Day gift, and print a few and have them go. Could be really darling. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you were inspired to create a mini album from stationery cards. Thank you so much for joining. Please subscribe if you're new on my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, everyone, bye!